Hello and welcome to Buddhistdoor Global's weekly news highlight. I'm Dr. Justin Whitaker, Senior Correspondent for BDG. This week we highlight the news that Mingyur Rinpoche will lead an online Saga Dawa celebration later this month. We'll look back at some recent BDG news and features on the life and teachings of Mingyur Rinpoche, but first the news. The Tergar meditation community, founded by the respected Dharma teacher and master of the Karma Kagyu and Nyingma lineages of Tibetan Buddhism, Yongey Mingyur Rinpoche, has announced a special online Saga Dawa community celebration to be led by the Rinpoche on May 29th. Saga Dawa, Sanskrit Vaishakha, the fourth month in the Tibetan lunar calendar, is the most important Buddhist religious and cultural event of the year. The name is derived from the clan name of Shakyamuni Buddha. The occasion is also known in Tibetan as Mingyur Dawa, the 100,000 multiplying month, as karma from all skillful and unskillful actions is believed to be multiplied 100,000 times. This year, Saga Dawa runs from May 12th to June 10th, and Saga Dawa Duchim, the single most important day of the year for Tibetan Buddhists, commemorating the birth, enlightenment, and final passing into parinirvana of Shakyamuni Buddha, falls on May 26th, a full moon. The occasion is also known around the world as Buddha Purnima and Vesak in other Buddhist traditions and following different calendars. Mingyur Rinpoche, the founder of the Tergar meditation community, which has centers and practice groups across the world, is a renowned teacher and a best-selling author whose works include The Joy of Living, Unlocking the Secret and Science of Happiness, Joyful Wisdom, Embracing Change and Finding Freedom, and Turning Confusion into Clarity, a guide to the foundation practices of Tibetan Buddhism. Born in 1975 in the Himalayan border region between Tibet and Nepal, Mingyur Rinpoche received extensive training in Tibetan Buddhist meditative and philosophical traditions from his father, Tulku Urgyen Rinpoche, who lived from 1920 to 96, considered one of the greatest modern Dzogchen masters, and subsequently at Sherabling Monastery in northern India. After just 2 years, at the age of 13, Mingyur Rinpoche entered a 3-year meditation retreat and then completed a second one immediately afterward, serving as a retreat master. At 23, Rinpoche received full monastic ordination. Mingyur Rinpoche famously undertook a 4-year solitary wandering retreat through the Himalayas from 2011 to 15. In recounting how he came to terms with the realities of his ambition to practice and the manner of a wandering yogi, Rinpoche revealed that he had confronted many personal and spiritual challenges, including at one point his own mortality. Rinpoche has described the years he spent wandering in the Himalayas as one of the best periods of my life. In 2015, our senior editor Craig Lewis wrote of Mingyur Rinpoche's return after 4 years of solitary retreat. In 2011, Mingyur Rinpoche went into isolation at Tergar Monastery, having publicly announced that he was embarking on a 3-year retreat. However, in early June that year, he decamped from the monastery without warning in the middle of the night, leaving behind a white ceremonial scarf and a letter by way of explanation. In his 2011 letter, Rinpoche wrote, "Though I do not claim to be like the great masters of past times, I am now embarking on this journey as a mere reflection of these teachers, as a faithful imitation of the example they set. For a number of years, my training will consist of simply leaving behind my connections, so please do not be upset with my decision." Donald Lopez, professor of Buddhist and Tibetan studies at the University of Michigan, noted a clear parallel between Mingyur Rinpoche's decision with the life of the Buddha. Since the fall of the Tibetan monarchy in 842, incarnate lamas have served as a kind of aristocracy in Tibet, so a high-ranking tulku is not unlike a prince. Mingyur Rinpoche has renounced royal life just as Prince Siddhartha did. This radical step that he has taken is essentially a return to the lifestyle that the Buddha prescribed for all monks. In the years after his retreat, Rinpoche has been busy working across a vast array of disciplines with scholars and practitioners around the world. In 2016, he gave an exclusive interview with us at Buddhistdoor Global, describing in detail the trials and travails of his solitary retreat, along with the lessons he learned. As we wrote in 2017, Mingyur took up his work on promoting science-based meditation, teaching, and advocacy, noting that neuroscientists had found that with meditation, our baseline levels of happiness can change, something long thought to be impossible. And last year, we covered Mingyur Rinpoche's guidance on the racial unrest in America, when he said in part that in this situation, prayers and meditation are not enough, especially in times like this. Meditation must be accompanied by wise, compassionate action. When the Buddha formed his own community, he upended the age-old traditions of the caste system and allowed people from all walks of life into the Sangha. It was not perfect. Women were not afforded the same status as men, but it was a revolution at the time. It is worth noting that the month of Saga Dawa this year overlaps with the anniversary of George Floyd's death at the hands of Minneapolis police last May 25th. As always, we'll include links to these stories in the video description below, along with a link for registration to Mingyur Rinpoche's Saga Dawa celebration. As Buddhist leaders offer prayers and teachings and guidance for driving social change in the world around us, we will watch and we will be certain to share what we learn with you along the way. Let us know what you think about this and other stories in the comments below. And as always, be sure to check out our website, Buddhistdoor.net, for more on this story, as well as other news and features about Buddhism around the world.